All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to PreMarket Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, buddy. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good, man. Good, man. Doing okay on this Friday morning as we
I'm going to
get,
apologize in advance. I got
yeah,
thunderstorms in the area. You guys know how shoddy the power is where I am. So
yeah.
if all of a sudden I go black and it's before the announcements,
We
it's
know
either
what happened.
Putin or the power went off. I'm not sure.
You got it, man. Um, all right, guys, let's get into it. What a week it has been. I mean, we
They're
had
saying
a
no sound in the room, brother.
no sound in the room. Everything looks good here. YouTube has sound. CFC, if you confirm, we're good on YouTube. In the room, let's see why that's happening. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna reset the browser. I'm gonna reset the browser here in the room and see what's going on. Norm, do me a favor. Reset the audio bridge. I'm gonna close my browser
You got it, brother.
just in case.
We'll be right back, guys.
Yep. And then YouTube, you guys are good. Yep, YouTube all set. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Excellent. What just happened to the spy? We'll take a look. We got a nice little pop here coming up. Let's see if we can get our room rocking and rolling first. All right. Okay, how about now, guys? You guys hear us now?
Can you guys hear us in the room now? There we
Yep.
go.
All right, perfect. Excellent. All right, need a little reset there, and we are all set. All right, guys, let's get right to the spy, Norm. I see this thing jumping up right now, and we obviously have some stuff going on at the moment. What's the latest and greatest?
Absolutely. We just had a ton of data drop, spoken about it all week. PCE and core PCE, which is the Fed's number one, or one of their most watched pieces of data for inflation, came out. That came out in line with expectations. Personal spending came out. That came out a little bit more than expected. A few other numbers came out. I was listening to those two that I just mentioned the closest. So I don't have that exactly, but yeah, that's what we got. So spiking on the spy a little bit, considering it wasn't hotter than expected.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. All right, so at least somewhat of some positive news as we get through all these big tech earnings this week that has just
well,
been
it can't get any worse, brother.
exactly. It can't get any worse for a lot of these companies. Yeah, so
And I would
uh,
joke and say, except for nuclear war, but since that's actually something that people are talking about,
I
I
know
won't,
how insane.
I won't go there.
Yeah, how insane. Um,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And let's take a look at the stuff we had yesterday, guys. Since we're right on the screen, we'll look at Nvidia. Nvidia, look at the 5 minute yesterday, and we'll go through this pretty quickly. A lot of stuff, just again, uh, very active pre-market activity. Look at the drop and sell-off we had yesterday. Bounce all the way back up to VWAP, and then again back to the lows of the day. I'm telling you, it is a great time to be a day trader, guys. I mean, there's just so much opportunities. Obviously, you need to learn first, right? Don't rush that process. But just look how many opportunities you had here on Nvidia alone. Here's Meta. Meta, I got to tell you, Meta was tough. It was a very tough open. If you look at the charts alone, this was a beautiful open range breakup on the 5 minute, beautiful pullback. But the price action, it was so sketchy, right? It just wasn't clean. And you see some of these wicks here, but again, just not clean. Eventually, it did rip up to 102. We had this level on here, but again, it was just a tough trade. I think Brian, Andrew, many of you guys caught this move here. I got in, but I got stopped out on this week. I just didn't like the way it was trading, so I got out for a small loss. But many of you guys were able to capitalize on this. So great job there. And this reminds me, Norm, as you mentioned, guys, be careful. Early in the morning, be careful about thinking short on Meta. And man, it was not a short at all, right? I mean, it popped up here. Everything was weak about it. It was down huge. But when something's down so much like that, you got to be careful to go in there trying to short some more. The move could already be done, and it was on Meta at least for that time frame. Here is Tesla. Tesla, guys, again, just a brutal open as well. right? Look at this wick, slams back down, and then from there it goes sideways for a little bit until we had the actual sell-off. But we've seen Tesla trade much, much better than this, right? There are better tickers to look at yesterday. Microsoft did get a nice, beautiful drop here as well. Did get a nice pop to the VWAP, very similar to what NVIDIA did too. So if you're watching NVIDIA, this one, they both traded pretty much the same. BA had just one pop, and then from there went sideways. I was really watching this one, thinking it was going to trade a little bit better, but it didn't really do a whole lot. Neo was my trade that actually worked out. This thing was a beautiful short. Again, a little rough at first, and then this drop here was really, really nice. And look how great that was, all the way down to 10 bucks almost. And then from there, it didn't do much, right? If you didn't catch this drop here, you didn't get a whole lot after that. Yeah, we had some good possibles as well. Apple, into earnings yesterday, did trade okay. Shopify and some other ones also traded very well. We won't go through all of them, but we had a lot of choices yesterday. And I think today is looking to be the same as we look to this gappers list and just a ton of stuff on the gap up and gap down this morning. So we kind of went to the market pulse already, Norm. Anything else that you want to add aside from the numbers that we just talked about on the SPY?
I'll just say the big divergence between what we've seen over the last, decade, which is the tech just killing it, right, and then just getting killed right now, where industrials are on fire. So big divergence there. We'll see how that continues over time. P Garcia on YouTube, you're saying your screen's real blurry. It is not blurry. Just change your resolution in YouTube. Hover over the video, click the gear icon, and change your resolution to something higher.
Yeah. It is insane. It is insane. I mean, some of these companies, I mean, Meta. I mean, we know things are bad, but you look at this chart and it's like, wow. It is just wild. It is wild.
Yeah.
Apple had earnings last night. Oh yeah, Amazon.
Apple had earnings.
Yeah, yep. Amazon as well. Let's take a
Apple
look.
was down a decent amount yesterday after the announcement, but they're essentially flat this morning. I mean, I know they're up a little bit, but I'd consider that pretty flat after earnings.
Yeah, here's Amazon, guys, down 13%. And if you look at Apple, their numbers were actually pretty decent. Numbers, earnings, expenses, and all that. Their report came out pretty good. So if you're an investor, you're happy with that you're not dropping here to 15%.
For sure.
You're not dropping 15% this morning. But yeah, this is actually pretty good. So all right, let's remove this. We're going to keep Amazon and Apple on deck. We know those are going to be in play today, especially Amazon with this drop now, down 13%, 5.4 million shares traded. So we like that there. And then we're going to have Apple on deck as well, 1.5 already. Great volume. Not doing a whole lot. Pretty flat this morning. Hoping that's going to break out one way or the other as we get into the market open. Let's take a look at our gappers list. We'll start with I forgot to do something today. External linking, link our trade ideas into our charts here, and that's gonna help us move a little bit faster. NUVL, wow, up 75%, not in a nice way, only 193,000 shares traded. That is
this one
scary.
Just popped on the gappers list. It's a biotech. They had some phase 1 data on something come out, so huge short float, 63% per trade ideas, mid to low size float at 36 million. So
yeah, we need more volume on this, guys. We'll put it on here. It's early. It's too early to kind of see where this is going. But I tell you, this move with only 200,000, that is scary stuff. You don't trade that. You don't trade something like that, right? That's gambling. You're guessing. Someone could literally come in here with 50,000 shares and put you in a real big mess, right? So be very careful. And there's no halts in pre-market. So, this thing can drop, can do whatever.
There's no volatility halts, just volatility halt.
Yeah. Thank you, Norm. And it can do what it do, and you could be stuck in a nasty situation. Here's Pins. Pins was on the list yesterday too. Didn't do a whole lot. This morning they're up 9.6. Pre-market action is not great. Did they have anything going on? Oh, last night earnings?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a little bit crazy. Yeah, they had earnings last night, correct?
Yeah. So, we'll look at Pins today. They could possibly do something. I'm gonna put them as a possible. I just feel they're not gonna be my best ticker today, but we will see.
They've been down a little bit with some of the other social media stuff, so
Yeah, yeah,
um, now they're getting a pop since they weren't affected quite as much, it seems.
yeah. INTC this morning, Intel is up 6%. Also earnings last night, as you can see here. So this will be in play today.
Earnings last night, a couple upgrades this morning.
Yeah, 1.4 million shares traded. Again, not the best trader, but today will be a day that we could possibly get some opportunities. Gilead, this one is up 4.6, and of course, earnings or some news
Yeah,
because
earnings last night, a
yeah,
couple upgrades this morning. I'll just emphasize this one usually is terrible to trade intraday.
agreed, agreed. I don't think I have ever traded this, but I've seen the way the price action is. We had it on the list before with news, and it's not one that trades well. So I'm not gonna add it to my list, guys. But if you like that one, you can. KB, nothing happening here, just a block trade. What is this? This is KB Financials. Nothing good there. SNY, we've seen this on our list
No, no,
plenty of
no.
times.
Sony or Sanofi, excuse me.
Sanofi, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a drug maker. It's French. It trades terribly as well.
Yeah, yeah, horrible, horrible, horrible. You know, it's funny. You said Sony. I also confuse this with Sony all the time, all the time.
Yeah, it's
Um,
I misheard you. My brain isn't properly functioning this morning, I don't think.
this is Unity software, another one that also doesn't trade very well. We've seen quite a bit on the list. Not a fan, guys. Very light volume. We'll skip on to XOM, and XOM is up 2.1. Again, I'd rather trade something else. Look at this thing, though, by the way, since September, end of September, 84 up to 109. So talk about ripping over the last couple of weeks. And but yeah, intraday action, not great. I know with everything going on with energy, oil, I mean, these stocks have been trading better than they have been in a very, very long time. So you can find some opportunities. I just prefer to watch something a little bit different, right? So that's just my take on it. Makes me think of what is Oxy up to today. Yeah, not a whole lot as far as the daily goes here. All right, let's take a look at Amazon. We have on deck this thing again down 13.9 at the moment, 5.6 million shares. Look at the drop yesterday on earnings, 112,
Brutal.
110, all the way down to 87. I mean, this is just madness, guys. They recover some here, and we're kind of just hanging out here down at 14% at the moment. So in play, one of our top ones on the list. And now let's go over to China. XPEF, Lee, JD, Billy, PDD, I mean, Neo, Baba, you name it is here. Wow. Wow. Down, everything down on these guys today. I'm going to pick my two favorite. I'm assuming this is all China news, right?
China problems.
Yeah, China
Continuing.
problems continuing. So I'm going to pick my two favorites here. It's just going to be Neo and Baba. So I'll put those on the list. Again, Neo been trading very well, and Baba, I love the way it sells down. As you guys know, we can have some opportunities there. Although it's already down 4.3, and we're sitting at a area of somewhat support. We might not have much downside unless we can get some momentum going here, and if the SPY can help us as well, the overall market. So those two, there's tons here. You could pick your favorite. I know JD is one that you like, but again, not you, Norm, but like people like in the room. But again, all the same news there. Let me see. Did I miss anything in between here? BHP, no, horrible. VALE as well, not looking good at all. And then STM. STM was active. Was it a couple of days ago? We saw this on the list. Again, not a big fan of this one, but that's active. Shopify again on the list. This time down 2.4. I think the fun was yesterday. You know, this stock doesn't trade very well. Very, very volatile. Very light on volume. Yesterday got 85 million. It's again almost double, triple what they get on a regular basis, and that's why it traded so well. This is nice and clean here. Pre-market also. I think you're just gonna go back down to regular trading on this light volume. We got Rio here, which is no good. And then we have Coin on deck. Coin, again, just too light volume, too much, not say not too much volume, not enough volume for us to add on our list at the moment. All right, guys, we went through all that. Again, not a whole lot on there. We got some usual suspects and some INTC, Neo, and Baba, and then pins as well. So we got a couple of things that are looking all right so far. Norm, on your end, anything you like this morning?
No, I mean I like what's on here already. Don't really need to search too far. The only thing I'd throw out there, I'm waiting to see if we can find a turnaround day on Meta at some point here. It's just dropped so much. I think at some
Yeah.
point people will start picking at that, so it could be good.
Yeah, I agree, man. This is I think this will be in play today. I really do think maybe not today, but I think we'll get something. It's got good
Yeah,
volume
so
too,
in the next,
you know.
whether it's today or tomorrow,
Yeah.
or not tomorrow, it sure as hell isn't going to be tomorrow.
It won't be
Could be
tomorrow.
Monday. Yeah,
That's as sure as you eating a BYND burger.
promise. That's the
Uh
only sure trade you have.
yeah, yeah. So there you go. Meta on deck. We'll put that on here as well. We do have space for it. All right, let's take it to a room, guys. What do you guys like this morning? LBS, Baba. Yes, I like Baba today. I like Baba and Neo. Baba's pre-market action is not great. You know, it's pretty flat right now. I mean, after the drop, right, hasn't done a whole lot. But I like the way they're sitting on the daily here. So I do like Baba this morning. Amazon earnings. Yep, we got that one. Oxy, triple top, or head and shoulders on the daily. Any thoughts? You know, swing trading is just so crazy. I think about swing trading when I think about those terms. Um, you know, it's just, right now you just can't tell. Bigger picture, I agree with you. You see that there, but the intraday trading, this thing can go either way, man. Either way, it's just you gotta wait for the market open. It's a great one to see how the scanners, you know, treat it. If it hits the scanners with volume in one direction, but it can go either way. Um, Jeff P. So again, not giving you a whole lot there to go on with Oxy, but if you like it, you can watch it and then you have a thesis on it, right? You got your head and shoulders, so you think it might. Is there's a higher likelihood that it might do this, but just be ready, of course, if that's not what happens. XOM touched all-time highs. It did. Oh, that makes it interesting. XOM touching all-time highs. Man, this thing has been ripping the last couple of
Made
days, man.
earnings this morning.
Yeah, this thing has been just on fire. Not a couple of days, couple of weeks, really, going back to mid-September. Um, yeah, definitely in play, David. Again, if you guys like this one, put it on the list. I'm not a fan of the price action on this one for the most part, so I won't add it to my list. I might find something a little better. Jimmy K, yes, Twitter IRP, yes, Twitter no longer tradable, so just halted here
Delisted today.
and delisted. Yeah, so the as the tweet
Take a
says that the bird
screenshot
is
of it
free.
because you won't see it again after today. That
Yeah.
way you can have memories of the crazy last 6 months.
It has been insane. You know, Twitter has, we had a lot of fun with Twitter. We really did. We really did, especially in the last couple of days. We are just waiting for Elon to just say something. But yeah, there it goes, my friends. That one is done. Um, Tesla, at least for another 5 years, right? I think that's his plan. Bring it back in 3 to 5 years. So we'll see. Here is Tesla. Tesla right now is pretty much flat. It's got some volume, 760. Yeah, good possible. Tesla can never go wrong watching Tesla. I'm sure they're happy. All this drama, hopefully, with Twitter's behind them.
Yeah.
I'm sure that investors are happy with that, and we'll see where it goes. All right, so Nvidia and Oxy. We looked at Oxy. Um, Again, not much going on there right now. It'll have to be something to wait for the market open. Let's take a look at Nvidia, which was very active yesterday. And actually, I do like Nvidia today. Maybe I'll move a Baba or Neo down, and I'd rather watch Nvidia, especially after the move yesterday. I think we can get something happening out of this one. How about AMD? Probably doing the same thing. Yeah, pretty much flat. Yeah, pretty much flat. All right. There we go. Oxy, Shopify, also my secondary list. Yeah, if you like Shopify, guys, yesterday was your day, but today maybe. I'm not sure. My system is taking oh no, never mind. That's my end. I thought it was taking long to load. Yeah, maybe a possible opportunity here. I just think that yesterday was the day really for this one. Just some really nice big moves there. Over on YouTube, Meta Gap Fill. Yeah, well, that's kind of what we've been talking about. I mean, I don't know if it's going to gap fill. You got some pretty good levels here, though, right? That we can hit, right? Like this 102, that's not far fetched, and we're sitting at 99. So, if we see some strength, that can happen today. I don't know if it's going to squeeze to try to fill this gap. I think you need a lot. You need some positive news for that to happen out of Meta. You need something. CVX short from all-time highs. CVX. Oh, Chevron.
Care about
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. This is a tough trader, man. Tough intraday trading stock there. Christian, I think TMUS is T-Mobile. Yeah. These
Mm-hmm.
again, you guys know how we feel about these telecommunications company, Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T. I mean, they're just brutal. Is this earning? Is this what this is? Um, let's take a look.
I thought they
Yeah.
reported a while back, but
No, it looks
maybe
like
not.
last night. Yeah.
Just
But
I don't pay attention to those.
no, we don't. It's just not great. Um,
Unless they've got some kind of real big business talk, like a merger or something going on.
like we did that one time, right? Well, for AT&T and T,
Well,
and
that was
I
yeah,
forgot the other one. We had
that was
some kind of
a merger going
yeah,
on, and it was like reshaping the entire telecommunications landscape. That's one thing.
right, right.
Day to day, it's really tough.
Yeah. Let that sink in, Twitter. Yeah, I was trying to figure out why he was walking in with a sink into the building. But I think that was the thing, was just let it sink in, which is kind of weird.
I think
Um,
he was throwing away everything and
everything
the
out,
kitchen sink.
yeah, that, well, you know what? Yeah, I
Even though he
agree.
said let that sink in, you
Yeah,
notice everybody's gone
everybody's
last
gone.
night. He fired everybody last night on like the
Right,
entire
right.
executive level is gone. Good.
So cleaning house over there, and people are shocked that I saw some, just regular nonsense on Twitter. People are shocked that he did that. This happens a lot in other companies. Not the first to do it. Somebody new comes in and they get rid of the whole entire senior management. You know, not always, but if you want to make a drastic change, that's
Not
what you
always.
do. That's not. It's not far fetched. Not weird. You know.
I mean, the reason he bought it is because he thought they were destroying it.
Right,
So it
exactly. So
makes
people are
sense.
shocked, like, "Oh my God, what is he doing?" I'm like, dude.
Of course, he's going to
um,
do that.
let's take a look here. Meta we have on deck. Meta on SSR. Yeah, it should be. Should be for the next day or two. Yeah, it is on SSR. It was on SSR yesterday as well when the market opened. Um, what else? I saw another one here. Carlos, how many tickers are you watching when the market opens? Six. Six. So although I have a little bit more here on my main list, I'm only going to look at six. I'm going to fine tune this to six is the most I can look at, the most I want to look at. More than that, it's just, it's just too much. Um, all right, guys, we are set. Carlos, if his intent was to guide the company, why would he keep them? Right, exactly. Right. Right. That's kind of what we're saying. We're agreeing with the same thing. Like people are shocked that he fired all these people. Like, come on. Um, all right, guys, we are good to go. We got an okay list this morning. I'm sure some more stuff is going to pop up. We'll also be taking a look at the Qs and the SPY and see how these numbers that just came out affect the overall market. Right now, not negative, not dropping, which is good. So we will see how that continues there. With that said, guys, let's get over to our bearable.traders.com. As I am pulling this up, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We appreciate it very much. Help us get to our goal today of 250 likes. We will gladly appreciate that. All right, let's head over to bearable.traders.com. Click on webinars
Slash
so you can
webinars.
see what's happening.
Every Monday night, we've got onboarding and technology with my man Carlos, especially for newer traders. And you don't even have to be a member. So if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't been in, you'd like to you'd like to come check us out a little bit, you can go to bearabletraders.com. On the homepage, there is an email capture at the top. It says free class. Sign up there. And then on Monday, a few hours before it starts, you'll get a reminder email that class will be that evening with a direct link to it. Tuesdays, we focus on strategy. Next week is Eamon. We finally got this update at 5 p.m. Eastern, talking about managing an open position. And then Thor the following week with a VPA chat on the how. Every Wednesday is psychology. Next week, Dr. Kenneth Reed, 5 p.m., special time there. And for Creta, the following week. So handling pressure, Dr. Kenneth Reed. And then the next week, how to identify negative thinking. Thursdays is mentorship, 11 a.m. with John, 8 p.m. with Thor. Don't forget about tradingterminal.com, our free information hub. Has scanners, calendar, heat map. Don't forget, and includes the simulator, which is our free web-based replay simulator. You can go to Trading Terminal or StockTradingSimulator.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to check that out. If you'd like to try out the room, you can do so with a no obligation trial. That's 7 calendar days, 5 trading days in the room. Use the promo code PreMarket24 to get a discount. It is a one-time payment, does not auto renew. And if you'd like to become an elite member, you can use the promo code READ50 to get half off the elite annual membership and a free one-on-one coaching session with Dr. Kenneth Reed.
All right. Thank you very much, Nora. Appreciate that. All right, guys, let's get to it. Our list this morning, we have INTC, we have Neo, we have Baba, we have Meta, and I also have NVIDIA. So that's my, oh, no, hold on. I know, wait a minute. I'm missing at least Apple. So Apple and Amazon this morning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One too many. We'll move something down. It's probably going to be one of either Neo or Baba, one of these two. Baba's starting to sell off. Hopefully, it doesn't run away from us here because that's the move I like on Baba. The sell off are usually really good here. So hopefully, it waits a little bit until we can get into the into our market open there. Yeah, so let's do levels for all of these, right? It's early, so we have time to get through everything. And then we will fine tune this. If anything else pops up that looks great, guys, throw it back out to me. And we would definitely take a second look. Is it risky to go long on stocks with a high short percentage? I mean, it's not really. It depends, right? So you talk about the short interest here, as you're talking about. No, you want to go long, but on something like that. But it depends. For example, NUVL, there might be a squeeze happening here, just because of how this is up 62%, and the short interest on this thing is 62, right? So that's pretty high. So yeah, so there's always a risk, right? But that's actually in your favor. This is in your favor.
I
Now, it
would
doesn't mean
just
it's gonna.
say the one thing about high short interest is generally it tends to make the stock more volatile.
Mhm.
The shorts are generally not retail traders. They're generally people that really know what they're doing. Yes, they can get squeezed. I mean, we saw what happened to GME
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
early spring, late winter of 2021. Just be careful.
Right, right. Just be careful, especially when something's trading so thin like this. For example, you got to be careful. I mean, the 384 shares, we're up 62%. This is not a good deal right now, right? You need to see volume in here, so just be careful. But don't let, like I said, these are all indicators, guys. Everything you see here is indicator. The most important one out of everything you're watching, any information you're gathering is this guy right here. Is what is the price doing, right? So understand that, take that information and have a trade book, right? Don't just say, oh, this is 62%, I'm going to go long here because we're going to start squeezing, right? That's not really a strategy, right? So you have your trade book strategy, and then you add indicators that can support what you're looking to do, right? Based on obviously trying in simulation and seeing some proof that things have worked out, a winning strategy. But don't just go in there. I used to do that. I used to look at scanners when I first started. Oh, turbo breakup, go long. No, it doesn't work that way, right? And I'll be like, oh, these scanners suck. No, the scanners don't suck. You suck. I'm the one that's sucking, not doing a good job of having a plan in place, right? So gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Um, no, Jason, unfortunately, that's not how it works, man. I tried it. Doesn't work. All right, guys, let's get to levels. Amazon this morning down nicely here, 14%. We're going to mark it down here, 94.88 is a good level. Over to the top, high of the pre-market, 98.84. So we will, no, wait, that's not right. 98.84. I read this wrong. 94.88 is the low of the pre-market. There we go. Then we have another daily level here at 105. Again, just getting crushed today after earnings last night. I'm going to mark this area down here too, right? This was the bottom of the earnings drop. It's going to be down at 87.67, guys. I mean, that is brutal, brutal, brutal. Right below this 87.67, what do we have? Oh, this is a good daily level here too, though. We got to go in here and mark this area. Look at the support over at what is that? 10, might be 101, 102. That is a great area of support. I mean, you're seeing tons of stuff happening there. See, look at that bounce there. Nice bounce here. These are major bounces too. So that was a decent support for Amazon there. So plenty of levels there. I think you're pretty much set as far as daily levels. I don't think you need to add anything else. So we have 105.32, 101.52, and 98.69. 98.84 actually, the higher of the pre-market, low of the pre-market, and this 87.67. Let's see. let's see how it goes today. Right now, insane volume. This is my one of my favorite ones today, of course. Next is going to be Apple. So Apple actually reporting decent numbers compared to other tech giants that were just getting crushed. This one actually held. It did drop pretty significant last night, right? Went down all the way down to 136, but I guess after they realize, hey, these numbers are not bad, it recover very nicely here. So we'll see what happens here. Right now, pretty much flat as far as gapping up or down, but the volume is there at the market open. We'll see how this is going to play out. The daily levels, we have a great one here at 142, another nice one here at 138.46, and then towards the top, I'm going to mark down the high of the pre-market over at 146.50, 146.65, and then above that, highs and lows for the last two trading days. Pre-market low here is a little funky. I mean, it's just sticking out here on its own. The action is here on the previous day close. This is where it was more important. If we break down from that, you do have, even before you get here, you have the lows from yesterday. I think that's going to play a bigger part than this is. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think we have some pretty good levels here on Apple. All right, let's take a look at INTC. INTC will be great for a breakout. If this thing comes back in here, where it's just been kind of just, doing a whole lot of nothing, I'm not going to be too interested on this. I might even move it down to a possible. I want to see this for a breakout, right? If we're going to go here, let's go to where there's the least passive resistance, right? I don't want to go back into this mess here. I'm not saying that it cannot, play a nice short today, especially if the market helps it a little bit, gives it a little more fuel if we're going to be selling off. But outside of that, I won't be really interested in it going back down below 27.50. 28.35 is good. High of the pre-market, breakout out of that. 26.61 looks like another great area. Again, will be some big moves for INTC. They're already up 5%, right? So you got a big chunk of the move done already this morning. And if you look at the charts, these guys don't move a whole lot, right? They're not going to give you some insane candle today. Here is Neo. Neo this morning, they are down 5%. The last couple of days, they've been okay. Not as great as like the last 3 weeks, right? The last 3 weeks, they've just been on fire. But the last couple of days, kind of slowing down a little bit. So we're kind of slowing down the downtrend here, right? This was all good. We were having an amazing time here. Last couple of days, as we're moving sideways, not so fun. Not so fun. So we'll see what happens here. I might move this one down as well. 931, low of the pre-market towards the top. The high of the pre-market is going to be at a 964. And I put this 946 level here as well because in the pre-market already, we are getting a little bit of some support happening there. So that's good. Let's look at, and then towards the top, I didn't mention this, but here, highs and lows of the last two trading days. You got your previous day close. I mean, it's just a ton of stuff happening there. I'm going to mark this drop over here. I don't think we'll get there unless something breaks down. 837 is that level there on the daily. Here's BABA this morning. Again, very similar to what Neo is doing. Just kind of the downtrend has kind of slowed up a little bit here. We're going sideways at the moment. Oh, look at this. They're trying to recover. So right now, low of the pre-market 62.75. The highs of the pre-market over at 63.44. We'll slam a level there. So you got this range, which kind of been stuck in all morning. And outside of that, you have your highs and lows of the last two trading days towards the top, and then a couple of daily levels towards the bottom. I'm going to mark down 61.29, and I'm also going to mark down 57.99 as well. 1 second, guys. I'm going to check off something here. Okay, so there we go. So that's good there on BABA. Here is yeah, I like it. I like BABA this morning as well, Jason. I think it looks decent. We'll have to see how this goes. And then someone mentioned coin. I think we did look at coin. Sid, you mentioned coin. We did look at that one. I didn't like it. We'll take a look at it again, see if it's looking any better than what I saw it earlier. Here's Meta, guys, definitely in play. Nice little breakout here. Hopefully it doesn't get too extended. Let's just hope it just holds off here a little bit. High of the pre-market 99.87 being created right now. And then if you look outside of that, you do have plenty of levels: 102.43, 105, 109.19, and 114. And if you're wondering where these levels are coming from, I believe we took it from the drop, right? We took this from the drop we had here, right? Or was it the daily? Oh yeah, we definitely took that from here. took that from here. This might have been a daily. We might have went back and looked at a daily, and then you got your low of your pre-market here as well. So let me see. Did we take that from a daily? We actually go all the way back. Did we look at a monthly? Let's zoom in here. Yeah, maybe we did go back and look at the monthly. I don't remember doing that, but yeah, look at that. Yeah, we definitely went back and looked at that. That's perfectly set there. So yeah, all right. So those levels are good, guys. You got some pretty good levels here on Meta. Again, looking rather strong this morning, up 2% at the moment. We are 1.8 million shares traded and looking to get to that 100. Let's see if it can do that. All right, last but not least, NVIDIA on deck here. NVIDIA trying to get into the green territory. This morning's low all the way down at 129. We're sitting at 131 now, so we're climbing nicely here. High of the pre-market slightly above the previous day close, over at 132 on the dot. And if we look outside of this window where our price action is right now, you are surrounded by the highs and lows, previous day close. I mean, everything is in here already. You don't need to add any more levels to this unless we start breaking out of this box. Then we can start adding some more stuff. Let's take a look here at pins. Pins is up here again, up 10%. Let's do levels just in case. 23.53, a low of the pre-market, high of the pre-market 24.62. So you're set there. Price action right now sitting right at a level. So you want to mark this down too. This is going to be 24.12, right? So right there already. Nice daily, great rejection here. Have a couple of days slamming against that, so that's good. So I think you're pretty set there on pins. If it does decide to pop up, which I am more inclined to short this thing, right? I'm more inclined to find opportunity to the short side, kind of close that gap down. Again, it's just overall social media stuff's just not great right now. 25.37, good level up here. So we'll see. Up 10%, which is quite a lot for this ticker today. Here is Tesla. Don't we have Tesla up here? Why did we put Tesla towards the bottom? This should be at the top of our list. That's a mistake. Let's put Tesla up here. We'll move something else. Yeah, Tesla should not be on our secondary list. It should be up here. Tesla right here breaking out nicely, guys. I mean, if you look as far as levels right now, highs and lows of the last two trading days, previous day close. I mean, you got everything in here. You really do not need to add anything else. I am going to add this low of the pre-market because that is outside of the highs and lows. So you can mark that there. You got your previous day close here. I'm not going to mark this pre-market high because that's going to change. It looks like we're going to test it one more time here. Got some good volume coming in. Look how beautiful this looks. That looks nice. That's what you want to see on a stock that's in play. Great pre-market action. So really like Tesla this morning. And now I'm going to need to fine tune this thing because there's way too many on here. Let's take a look quickly. Amazon stays. Huge gap down this morning. Apple, definitely want to see what's going on there. INTC. Man, I want to keep this one, but we'll see. Neo. I like the volume on Neo. Baba. Man, it's going to be a tough decision here. Meta, NVIDIA, Tesla. You know what? I'm not going to force to do it right now. When I get closer to 9:30, I'll take some off. But all of these right now have great potential. Great potential. Meta broke 100, did it? Yeah, we just looked at that. Yep, it did. We got a good list today, guys. We got a lot to choose from. Let's just hope we don't get a crazy, whippy type of market open that we can actually catch some good opportunities and some continuations, right? So let's hope for that. Carlos, you notice that the level 58 on Baba is an all-time low territory? No, I did not. I know we were dropping quite a bit. Is this all-time low? Is that it, or is it close to it? But yeah, Baba, guys, I mean, this thing has been just getting crushed, right? With all the Chinese tickers that are on our gap down list this morning. I mean, they're all here, you know. Some of them are trying to recover now. I see Baba trying to move up. I see Neo trying to move up a little bit here as well. We will see how that goes. All right, where are we? Yeah, Baba is good. Yeah, very good list. Thinking of Baba in 2020. What was 2020? 2020. Oh, you mean as far as, oh yeah, as far as, I mean, this thing was 55 up here. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong one. The Baba should be higher. Baba was like 300. Yeah, so yeah, 2020. No, Baba doesn't go to 2020. Ooh. What's the hotkey to make this smaller? I forgot to do that. It's the way to do it. Um, just made this huge. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Minimize. Now I hit it completely. Uh, I don't know why it does that. There's a hotkey. You guys know what the hotkey is? Arrow down on Windows. Okay. So Windows arrow down. Let's see.
I have to say,
There we
I
go.
just heard the first squawk saying
Hmm.
something about Trump on Twitter in a long time.
Oh, is he back on Twitter?
I believe so.
Did they unrestrict his account and so many others that had a whole list. There was someone that put a whole list of people that got blocked, um, and he was one of them on there.
I don't know
Uh,
if he did or no. It's not unblocked, but the squawk guy. I just remember if you rewind 2 3 years, and it used
hmm
to be, we used to be waiting for tweets, and they would move the markets. I just haven't
Yeah.
heard
Oh
anything about it.
man.
He's not on there.
I
He said he's going
yeah.
live on Monday on Twitter.
Oh,
It's
is he
just
gonna
been a
come
long
back? Because
time.
someone said that he didn't want to come. He didn't want to come back, even if they unblock him. But yeah, I remember that, man. Twitter, we're not gonna have that as much now. I don't know, but Twitter, man, you just gotta wait for a tweet and the market will go
You
insane.
know what I wish they would fix? I
Yeah.
wish they would fix these alternate messaging things. I
What do
get
you mean
invited to these
alternate?
groups on Telegram and WhatsApp and all this all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry, it came up because I started getting notifications in my ear. Bing, 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 bing. Some
yeah.
crypto guy.
Everybody joining crypto, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they do that.
Anyway,
It's annoying. Um, all right, here we go, guys. Yeah, guys, keep no politics, right? Keep it friendly, right? So careful on that.
yeah,
Listen,
guys, I wasn't trying
if
to get into anything. It's just it
yeah,
was a little
yeah,
bit. It was a throwback.
yeah.
Um,
It's just think of it this way, right? If family members, family blood members, husband and wife cannot get along talking about politics, we have no shot. We right here,
it's true.
we have no shot. So let's not do it. Everybody's got their opinion. We have no shot.
We
All
don't
right.
talk.
So
We the
yeah,
only time we really talk about politics in here is when it is newsworthy for stuff without opinion. We try
yeah,
to stay
yeah.
away from it. It's the third rail, guys.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, all right, let's look at Brian's list here and
Let's
everybody else's, guys. Let's get to it. We're running no, actually, we're pretty good on time. I'm gonna resize this. As I'm doing this over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it very much. And let's get our moderators watch list over here. And let's see. Here we go. All right, perfect. So let's start with Thor. He's looking at PFE, Oxy, Tesla, Apple, and Amazon. Peter will be looking at AMD, Apple, Amazon, Twitter. Just kidding. That's a good one. I didn't even think about it. Let me stop this so you guys don't get the
Oh, somebody put Twitter on their list as a joke.
yeah. So you guys don't get the mirror effect. Disable video. There we go. Yeah, that's a good one. INTC, Pins, XO, no IPOs for today, not surprisingly for a Friday. Megan, AMD, Amazon, and Brian, Amazon, Nvidia, Pins, Meta, Ying, Yang. Who took the Yang trades yesterday at close? Ching ching. That's the longest watches Brian's ever put together. Guys, we are all set. It's going to be an amazing day. It is Friday. Our watches looks incredible today. Brian is up next with Andrew trading live in our chat. Guys, if you're on YouTube and you want to join like right now to see our live trading, you could do that, right? You could do a 7-day trial. Check that out. Join the onboarding class with me on Monday, 8 p.m. We have a whole lot of fun there. We go through a couple of things, give you a whole look of the environment. Don't miss out on that, right? It's a great way to take a look at what's happening here. Guys, as you guys know, it's Friday. Be disciplined today. I mean, we have a whole lot going on. This market has been crazy. You want to go into your weekend knowing that you were disciplined, that you follow your rules. You don't have to be a hero today. And if you're having a bad week, just stay cool. Relax and know that there's going to be another week tomorrow, next week, right? So don't force anything and just be disciplined. Cannot stress that enough. Norm, anything else that we might have forgot?
All I got, brother. Other than have a great weekend, trade safe, be smart, and see you Monday. Looking forward to next week, guys. See a lot of you guys and a lot of mod friends in person.
Yes. Yes, yes, it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Looking forward to. Some of you guys have been emailing me, and you know, and a lot of you guys are going down there, so I can't wait. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. All right, guys. Take care. Oh, Jared's list before we forget. Don't forget Jared Engineering the Markets Monday at 8 a.m. through Thursday. Amazon, Apple, Tesla, GameStop, and AMD and Oxy. Take care, guys. Thumbs up. Last chance to do that. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys Monday.
Later.